The King's coronation is now just 3 days away. And in a typically cowardly move, the Duke of Delusion, Prince Harry, is expected to hurry himself back to his Montecito mansion within 2 hours of the historic ceremony finishing. And there could be more drama to come from the self-confessed spare, with royal journalist Phil Dampier revealing this about the drama behind the scenes here last night.
And even now, if anyone discovers his plans for how he's actually going to fly, he might still not come.
Really?
You know,
But still wanting to create even more drama, the Shameless Sussex's weird little mouthpiece, this bloke Omid Scobie, was sent off to woke ITV today to claim that it was the royal family who kept Harry waiting and not the other way around.
I think there was never any question about whether he would want to come or not. It was a question at one point of whether he'd be invited, I think. You know, from what I understand, the Sussexes had to wait for some time to really get that confirmation that they were 100% welcome at this event. Of course, this all follows the release of Spare.
Very odd guy, isn't he, that one? We've got the royal author who actually knows what she's talking about because she wrote the book. Harry, Conversations with the Prince, Angela Levin. So, Angela, this is completely mad because that guy who we just saw, he's the little mouthpiece of Harry and Meghan. So they're now trying to say that it was Buckingham Palace's fault,
they do that
all of
with
the
everything,
drama?
actually. After the event, they then blame somebody, anybody, because it's never their fault. But what was really hilarious is that they say that. They took a while before they actually said, you know, please come. And then they took even longer to decide whether they were OK with the seating. And that's what they were concerned with. Well, if you get an invitation, you then reply to it fairly quickly, I would have thought. That's the way it goes.
Well, Scobie also confirmed today that there have been regular conversations going on between Harry and Charles, which does make me worry, actually, that the King has given in a little bit too easily after the terrible things he wrote about Camilla and
Yeah,
Spare.
but then why is Harry rushing off, actually, before, you know, it's actually really finished? To me, it's a snub that he's going so fast, because he won't have time to say congratulations, he won't have time to hug his father or hug his brother. He'll be off like a rocket. And the thing is, you know, he's catching a plane between 2 and 3 in the afternoon. It takes 10 hours to get to Montecito. We're 7 hours after them, so he'll arrive about 8 o'clock. Now, do you know any 4-year-old is going to have a birthday party at 8 o'clock in the evening?
He should be asleep.
So, of course, also, if he has his birthday at 4, he's going to get so excited, really exhausted. So, actually, why aren't they having it on the Sunday? Has Meghan put her foot down and said he's not to be, you know, late, he's got to come on that day? It's a terrible strain on him and he can't even relax.
But isn't it just so sad to see this bloke who you knew and who used to have the courage of his conviction be such a pathetic little weasel that he can't even stand to spend a few hours away from the woman who controls his every move?
Yeah, well, she's brainwashed him and now he'll do as he's told.
So she says you can go, but you've got to be back quickly.
And then he'll do that. He's desperate to please her all the time. But actually, I think you agree with me. She's one of those women you can never please. If she's in a house with 16 bathrooms, the next one she's thinking about has got to have 23 bathrooms. You know, there's it's a tragedy for her that she's never grateful. If she comes into the most famous royal family in the world and is welcomed and greeted, but that's not good enough. She wants to be the queen.
Well, indeed, I want to talk to you a little bit about Meghan, actually, because she's always insisted that she had very little knowledge of the royal family before meeting Harry. But a 2014 entry from her failed blog, The Tig, has actually given the game away. It's gone viral this week, so I'll just show you what it says, Angela. Little girls... So this is what Meghan wrote. Meghan of Yester. She wrote, "Little girls dream of being princesses. I, for one, was all about She-Ra, Princess of Power. We're definitely not talking about Cinderella here. Grown women seem to retain this childhood fantasy. Just look at the pomp and circumstance surrounding the royal wedding and endless conversations about Princess Kate." And then, this is even more extraordinary, Angela. Speaking to me last night here on the show, superstar US journalist Megyn Kelly dropped a shocking bombshell that blew Meghan Markle's claims of royal ignorance totally out of the water. Watch this.
I saw, yeah.
It's not for nothing, Dan, but I have it on very good authority now that she had a whole vision board of her life with the royal family and of the royal family themselves and Prince Harry when she was married to husband number one. Happened to have a good source on that. That's
No
the woman,
way.
the global icon.
So she planned this all along. That's what it comes down to. Angela Levin, what an extraordinary scoop from Megyn Kelly, which yet again, coupled with the blog, suggests that Meghan always wanted to worm her way into the royal family. So do you think she's jealous that she's not at the coronation?
Of course. If she's a She-Ra, which she describes herself at, who is a sister of a He-Man, they are rebels and they go to the top and they win. And that's what she came over to do. She followed Harry, what he was doing for a long time. She wore Princess Diana's perfume so that he could actually feel that she was motherly. And it was all planned out. But what went wrong was that she didn't defeat anybody. She wasn't going to be out there in the front. She was going to be walking behind Catherine and William. And that drove her mad. She just couldn't bear it. She just couldn't bear it because she's got to win. She's got to be out there. She's got to be the one that everybody looks up to and admires.
So she's going to hate watching this on her TV set back in
yes,
California,
she certainly
isn't she?
will. I mean, one of the awful things she said was that what a waste of money Catherine's wedding was. Well, I looked it up. It was £300 million, and hers was 320 million. And so she's actually doing what she's criticising someone else for because she's got to win. She had to spend a bit more, so she had 2 more millions added on to the end. It's a terrible thing that she could never be happy. It's the same. She's got to fight them all.
Angela Levin, biographer of Prince Harry and Queen Camilla. She knows it all, this woman, and she will be with me tomorrow night for our special show live from Buckingham Palace from 9 o'clock.